Sharing light. Hold on, 101. Yeah.
22 Bonnie and Clyde. Who out there riding for their man? Who's out there? Who's out there? 22 Bonnie and Clyde. Who are you? Tap in right now. Because all these people, all Pimps ain't bad.
No, they
Even
not.
all,
No,
you know what I'm saying, D-boys ain't bad either. Especially if you ain't getting high on your own supply. You know. Because there's some bitches that be with D-boys that don't even use the shit. But they be like, I better get with him because he got the bling bling and the nice cars. He already got the bells and whistles. They don't want to start from the ground up. And that gives a man confidence. And I know it give like back in the day, like it wasn't proper for a PI to get money different ways. But now this new millennial shit, if I can go back, I would be a PI. I'll be doing all kind of shit. I'll be doing real estate. It's like it was so categorized.
Pimping ain't easy, cousin. That shit.
It ain't easy, and especially
the
for
things
people
that
back in the day.
Men go through. They deal with a lot of personalities.
But you know what? This new shit, I'm with it. If you got your shit organized, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been like brainwashed that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. I ain't gonna even lie. Yeah. I got PTSD, and that means pimp trauma stomp down disorder. Did y'all get that?
I do
pimp
too.
Trauma stomp down disorder. That's what a bitch got. Girl, sometimes I could be somewhere and I can hear a certain song. I'll be ready to get my whole clothes on. And I'll be like, oh, bitch, you retired. I'll be like, oh. I need to check.
Do you get up and get dressed? Be like, I got to go to work. And then be like, wait a minute.
Girl, back in the day.
And everything.
No, girl, when I got...
How your shoes waiting out by the door?
Girl, what you talking about? Just ready for it. You know what I'm saying? A real live hoe. A real happy hooker around here. You know what I'm saying? Getting to the money. And, like sometimes me and you got different ways, cousin. You know what I'm saying? I always been like kind of,
right.
A hoe is a hoe is a hoe is a hoe is a hoe.
Right.
It ain't no difference. You know what I'm saying? And I love this ism. This ism is everything to me, you guys. It's everything to me. I was exposed to this ism at a young age, so it's everything to me. You know what I mean? Even when I, even if I became a square or whatever, I'm going to take that ism with me. You know what I'm saying? Drop your books, lose your lessons. You learn from this game. You just got to maneuver it in different ways. You know what I mean? That goes in business, just everyday life. Because these white folks out here really pimping, man. You know what I'm saying?
So
they really out here really getting that money, man.
So when I started working with this other company, I'm not going to say the name, and I started learning about what they doing, recruiting. I'm like, oh shit, this should be easy. I need to do this with the pimps.
Right. And it was just like another level of hoeing. You know what I'm saying? Like car salesman. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit that Tiffany Haddish did.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When she was like doing an interview with all the ex-hoes. Yeah, you guys. Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. But I'm blacker than black all year long. I just want you guys to acknowledge that. That's why I gave you guys my little background with my little black art. My dear mama gave me before she passed away. Rest in heaven. Rest with the ancestors. Because I know she be watching over my crazy ass. And I'm going to give you guys a real fun fact about me, you guys. If my mama wasn't with the ancestors, I wouldn't be on here telling my story or none of that. Because that's the only person I give a kick about. You know what I mean? Like, my mama. You know what I'm saying? And if my mama was living, I wouldn't be on this podcast. I wouldn't be telling my story. I used to be on a whole show rapping and shit. knowing all the latest dances and shit. Learning from my nieces and them.
Yeah. Remember when we was in DC?
Stunner Girl. I love Stunner Girl.
When we was in DC, you had your
Stunner Girl.
We had. Wait.
What you say?
Was them Camaros we had? What kind of cars
we had 300 ZX.
300 ZX. I had a red one. You. Bitch, we
and Gail had one. And guess what? We didn't get in the car with tricks. And when the trick wanted to date us,
we will follow the tricks in our car.
We'll follow the tricks in our car to the what? To the trick pad.
To the trick pad.
So
we have a comment. We have a comment from Phoenix Cartier. Honestly, I had one pimp and one only, and took my game and ran with it. I felt like nobody else out here was worth me paying like he was, or didn't find someone worth it.
I love
so that was Phoenix Cartier.
Oh, she's smart. Please, I love you for that comment. Because I know some girls that got a taste of it and absorbed the game and just burnt rubber like, I don't want to be in this shit no more. But the game that I got, I'm about to use it. They was like, I'm not going, because insanity is when you keep doing the same thing over and over again and you don't get no result. Some of us hoes be insane, man. Insane in the motherfucking brizane.
Yeah. And says our men trade us like slave masters because of their lust of black pussy. That's from Siren.
Who do that? Who do that?
Our men trade us with slave masters because of their lust of black pussy. I guess when prostitution started back during slavery.
I think it was a fine ass slave that was a nice buck. And he was like fucking all the hoes on different plantations in the middle of the night when the slave master was asleep. And I think he was sitting up under an apple tree eating the apple and shit and making them hoes get all his motherfucking cotton. Because, you know, you have to have a certain amount when the slave master came out. And so he didn't pick no cotton. I believe he was having other bitches. I think it started like that. He was having bitches picking his cotton. And, you know, and coming and fucking on him and shit.
So the code 237 want to know, so y'all rock with renegades?
We congratulate
when I used to be on the track, you guys, I didn't fuck with renegades. Because, bitch, you better not be on my corner because I got a pimp to pay. Get your motherfucking stinking ass off my corner, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You better go in some alleyway. But when I became a madam, I fucked with all the renegades. I fucked with bitches that didn't have PIs. I did fuck with some bitches that did have PIs. We would get money and we would ante up, divide that shit, bitch, go your way, I go my way. And we didn't have GPS back then. We used to have to go on calls and find landmarks, like get off on this exit and then go this way. And then at the big McDonald's, turn right at this street. It was like, and then if you didn't find that trick's house, you didn't went on a dry run. You guys got it so
he gave you the wrong address.
Or something.
Okay, like so we have another comment from Kelly Capri, another question. So would y'all recommend this life to young girls?
Hell no, this shit was hard. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't gonna be no pimp basher and all that shit. But baby, hell to the motherfucking no, I don't recommend this shit. But I recommend a bitch going to the motherfucking strip club if she needed some extra money and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Go in there, get you some money, bitch, and have security walk you out to your car and get you some money and stack your bread. Don't be in there getting drunk at the goddamn strip club. Somebody gonna slip you something. Quit going off with these niggas and shit, because that shit crazy too. Because I know some bitches that was like Diamond on the Players Club that went to work and took their ass home. You know what I'm saying? But Diamond had to go through something because Ronnie sucked the pussy. You know what I'm saying? Gave her something, put something in her drink. But, you know, you go through shit. But, you know, but if you follow instructions, it won't lead to self-destruction. Because, you know, listen to a bitch like who been through that shit.
Yeah. Raw Will says.
Use your discretion.
Raw Will says, went from beating up renegades to being a renegade survivor.
Ooh.
Okay, that's easy dope. Easy dope want to know what advice What advice to you have you? What advice to you have your young girls? I have been with several men that feel like they played me. So I guess it's supposed to say, what advice do you have to young girls? I have been with several men that feel like they played me. That's
remember that conversation we had the other day? I want you to tell the truth. Because I had that conversation with you, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, honestly, the truth is, I've been from man to man or whatever, and I have not gotten what I wanted. So, I mean, I've gotten more accomplished without one, and more stuff for myself, like, you know, instead of giving, and not getting anything back, and getting disrespected over my home.
Cut a nigga off and my checks got bigger. Big shit, bitch, got a broke old better. You know what I mean? But you young bitches, like you Meg the Stallion bitches, y'all can, you know, like the little strip bitches, and you like me and you famous, we handed this game to these little young bitches on a platter. Cause the shit we had to go through, bitch couldn't even walk in our shoes. The shit that we had to go through.
We had it hard.
We had it hard.
And we got the most money on the track. We got the most money on the track out of all them bitches. We got the most money out the track.
And it was like, it was so hard.
And we had it hard.
It was hard. I tell you, God was watching over me. The spirit of Rahab. The spirit of Rahab in Joshua 2. Chapter 2. Y'all read Joshua chapter 2. If you guys ever hold in your life, you need to know about Rahab. That hoe had so much faith. Man, she had so much faith. She's up there with Abraham. She's in the Faith Hall of Fame. And I'm not just saying this. Go look in your book. Go ask your granny. Ask them about Rahab. The prostitution. She was a madam. She had a brothel, y'all. She had a brothel, man.
I have a question.
So I have a question. Okay.
I have a question. Because, do y'all ever think about, oh, damn, all the money that I gave away?
Yeah,
I think about it.
Yeah, I have. But I don't, I brainwash myself and put it out my head because it'll drive me crazy. And I'll be like, fuck that. I say, you know what? I'm not going to cry over no spilled milk. I'm going to pour my ass another glass. And I'm not going to even pour no milk. I'm pouring some almond milk, some better shit that's good for you. You know what I'm saying?
I've thought about it, but shit. I mean, I gave it away. Millions of dollars. I gave it away. I can't get it back. I gave it away. So it was up to me to use the things that I learned while I was giving that money away. The things that I learned. And
why you ask that question, y'all? Because I'm thinking about it now, bitch. Look, I'm going into my PTSD now.
So look, when I was in the game, all I thought about how much money I want to get. How I dreamed about this stuff, and everything. If I say I wanted 2,000, I got that the next day. If I say I wanted 2,000 and a watch, I got that the next day. But shoot, now I'm thinking about
how much you think you? I know I made some millions.
I know I didn't give away millions of dollars. I know
millions.
I know you millions. Because you know I was a heavy hitter.
You was a heavy hitter. I wasn't even hitting like you, and I know I made some millions, and I know you did because you was coming up. You was a reacher. You had, you know what I'm saying? You was tearing it. I don't even want to speak about it on here, y'all.
Before the reachers was reaching, now I want to be disrespectful. Bitch, y'all don't even motherfucking know. You know, it's way different.
They should be praising you, giving you homage. Like, for real, like you a real triple OG motherfucking visit. Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you still here, and you look good, and God bless you. A bitch can't work out in your damn shoes.
It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out.
It's okay. If I was you,
that's the least of my worries. You know,
man,
shit. I
motherfucker better look and learn.
I own way more than I did when I was with Pimping. You know, I love Pimping. You know, Pimping was good, but you know, now I own.
It's pros and cons to this shit. It
wasn't.
I make it look
but
good.
You know what? I hope. Let me ask you guys this. I mean, I know y'all been with a couple of different guys too. I've been with a pimp, a drug dealer, and a Mac. So, do you think that pimping is different? Because I do my turnout folks, the Double D. You know, he's my turnout folks. He was a pimp. You know, we had a kid together, and I don't think he was that hard on me, but he used to beat my ass. And then Ice, you know, the dope boy, you know, he wasn't even high, of course,
he was smooth.
Know, but he was cool, you know, he was a cool, and he was really supportive. He was more stable and helped me, you know, to stabilize. You know what I mean?
And he was, and then he had you in houses, and he was like, "Here you go." He like,
houses,
here's your
cars,
here everything you go now, get some money, and that make it real easy for a bitch to get with a dope boy. Like if they set you up, like if you going through shit, you struggling, and a motherfucker give you a condo with nice furniture in that motherfucker, and a car to drive, and fancy clothes. And you be like, shit, I'm about to go dumb like a motherfucker. Oh, man, I'm about to check hella money. Boy, a bitch gonna get money because you got everything you need. You ain't worried about, like, fuck, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You can send Big Mama some money for watching your kids if you do have children. Man, boy, it's so hard not to choose a dope boy. I ain't gonna even lie. But I was, like, so brainwashed as a child. Like, even though I did get with one. But when Pimping got back out of jail, I was back with Pimping.
You understand what I'm saying? Question from 2K Lean 16. Can you really say you're a real 3 or 4 if you only had one pimp for a short time?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, can you say that you a real estate broker if you sold one house?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna count that one house? You got that in your resume. That's up under your resume, man. Yeah. What you supposed to forget about it? I was not a hoe.
So International Low said, what are you ladies really choosing out here? Just out of curiosity. So I just hope we not pimping on females in our comments.
They better not be. Check them.
So whoever I know you're not,
check them. Because that ain't what we doing around here. We talking about our old days. I'm giving some bitches some game. I'm not condoning this pimping. We just saying the difference between it. And if you look up on our roster, this season is Owen 101, and we're just talking about different things that go with this gizang. So we ain't on here motherfucking procuring motherfuckers.
Right. So don't disrespect us and use our comment section to get at these girls, please. Thank you.
That's wrong.
We have another comment from Caked Up Shorty. I think about how much I gained, not how much I lost. I think about how much I gained, not lost, how much I learned.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at. Like, if you be crying over spilled milk, you that's living in the past. Like, you be crying behind that one door, and God got 4 or 5 doors right there open for you, sitting over there just crazy. Man, motherfuckers living it, man. You got to do it moving. You got to do it moving, man. And don't worry about what people say. If they ain't paying your bills, and even if they paying your bills, be like, Trick, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to think.
After the game, for me, I still wanted to get money. I still wanted to get hoe money, kind of like, but in a different way, right? So I started watching the station called Vice, and they started talking about all of the the people who got caught up getting real money and it's legit money, but they got greed, American greed, right? I started watching that. Oh, what should I do with my life? So I'm like, okay, am I going to be in real estate or do this?
White people, they be on TV, but if they really want to know about a story, I'm telling you, this lady right here, I bow down to Famous. Because Famous is a raw motherfucker. She raw than egg yolk. And you can't get raw than that. And she's still here. And you motherfuckers want to be hating on her and throwing shots and all that shit. But you really should be like giving that bitch respect. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with you little sniveling, snot, rag-ass young people. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't respect your elders no more. And that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? When they see you in wherever you be at, what state you be at, Famous, they should be like, what's up, queen? Because you taught them a couple of their moves.
Right.
And they making around here getting them whiz arches and this and all that shit. Bitch, you the whiz on and stiz art at this shit. It's like you Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying?
that was
Nowadays, motherfuckers want to talk like they got something to say. But when they
I mean, it's only because they wasn't around then, you know. But I don't feed into that. I don't feed into that. Like I said, like you said, we're gonna get past that. So
okay,
we have another question from Beautiful Pretty. The game is beautiful, always will be.
Who is that saying hey?
That's Beautiful Pretty Little. She said the game is beautiful and always will be. And then we have No Soul Daft for of You. Reaching tips. No, we're not giving reaching tips.
You're trying to get us in trouble, Playboy. Or Playboy. You need to get, you know, it costs $150 to FaceTime Famous to get a half hour.
We got freeze. How have your values changed? What important to you now versus then? How have your values changed? What's important to you now versus then? Values has changed, having more morals.
Family.
Because I'm not under instructions where when you're with the pimp, it's like, you know, you got to do what he say, fuck everybody else.
Cut you off from all
that's
your
what it is.
I wouldn't cut off from my family, but that has happened. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I got a big old robot brother that look like a motherfucking action figure. His name is Eric Austin. Evo. And he'll knock a motherfucker out. Like if I ain't there for motherfucking my mama's birthday, Christmas, my brother Pimp, my brother, big brother Rico the Pimp, motherfucking Memorial, something going on. We call him the FBI. Where Martina? The fuck? Where is Martina at? It's mama's birthday. Like I'm coming to my mama's birthday. I didn't have that problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit. I used to make it to all the motherfucking roll calls with my family.
How my values changed is I want to help others, you know, understanding it with a better understanding. You know, because I'll be blessing others. The way I bless others or whatever, by what game that I have and letting my lessons that I've learned and being able to talk about it and being truthful about it, that's my way of helping out. And God is going to bless me in return.
Could I tell you something, Ju? I apologize to you right here on this platform. I'm not gonna judge. I ain't gonna judge you if you ever thought I judged you, because you didn't been through some shit, but I didn't learn a lot from you. So I just wanted to say, if I made you feel like I was being judgmental, and either way I be looking like, what? You was what? You gave a nigga a Rolex and you was with him a week. You know what I'm saying? She did that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do no shit like that. But I just want to apologize to you because my expression. Because I'm like,
do you have any regrets?
I don't regret it because that showed me how people are. You know what I mean? So like it showed me the true faces of other people when I you know, look, I'm gonna have a kind heart about this. And I'm going to go ahead, like, even if I'm going to give a person the carrot and see if they're going to turn on me. I'm that type.
So that nigga got that motherfucker got a Rolex and then got that shit and was like, ran off from you and went to his baby mama with the money. Like, that's what we talking about. Them imposters. That's an imposter. Now, that's a perfect example of an imposter.
But then the guy, they make up pretty good now, you know, where you don't really know.
No, but what type of nigga was that you gave the Rolex to, and he was gone, and he was gone in 7 days. He disappeared like hocus pocus, poof. Like, was he a dope boy?
No, he was kind of like, you know, that was the dude nephew, the ex-folks nephew.
So you was fucking with family members.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why they was playing you like that, because this bitch was with my uncle, and then she was with my cousin, and then the whole family then went with her. Even the grandpa had
no discretion.
Oh yeah.
Well, you kept it in the family, bitch.
But you know, I didn't want to give another person the game like I learned in or whatever. Fuck with another nigga, you know, at least I fuck with your uncle. I'm about to, you know, help you get on if that's what you're trying to do, nigga. But shit, you ain't, that ain't the move right there. I'm gonna end up knocking myself over.
You learned.
Yeah.
I got another question. The code 237. All this he did me wrong, junk. What did y'all do? I ain't never blew on a broad paying me.
Exactly. That's why I owned up. If you was watching, I said when I did something wrong, like when I never got in trouble a lot, but when I did, I was telling you about the high-speed chase of me and Kenny Red.
So what was wrong? What did you do wrong? What do you consider wrong?
Girl, I went on a high-speed chase. I should have submitted. I should have pulled over. Instead, I could have killed people.
So is that wrong because you wanted to get away from him?
Yeah, because I shouldn't have did it that way. I could have died. He could have went to jail. All kind of shit could have happened. You know what I'm saying? But, girl, that ass whooping I got.
Okay, 2K lean 16. But if I had 1304 for a short while, that don't make you a pimp?
Yeah, because you know what? You were pimping, but you lost your bitch. If you was a pimp, right, and you had a bitch, you was pimping. You pimping. But if you lose your bitch, you know, it's only temporary pimping. You know what I'm saying? You still a pimp, but you ain't got no ing, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You better go out
still a pimp,
ing.
So that makes him still a pimp.
And it don't never mean, you know, pimping mean a lot of things. You could pimp the system. You could pimp this motherfucking, these clothes. I'm about to pimp this shit. The ing could mean anything.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just because a 304 pay a dude, that don't make him a 16. You absolutely right. Tia, a lot of cakes.
I'm saying if he was pimping for a consistent amount of time and they was doing this and he was passionate about it.
Yes, pretty ass game want to know, what did you do to go on the high speed chase?
I ran off from him and I was at the Beverly Wilshire Hotel because like I said, I used to be working like the escort service, doing that kind of shit in the daytime. So I would like be a daytime hoe. I wouldn't be in out there at nighttime because I ran off from Kenny. Me and my wife-in-law, we ran off. And do you know this bitch turned me in? She told on me, nigga. And I shouldn't have never. That's why you don't trust nobody. Them wife-in-laws, you got to watch them. And so me and her ran off and we came to LA. We came to Hollywood. We got us a room in Van Nuys by the Galleria Mall. And then she worked the track because she was a thief. And she would work the track and I would work the hotel shit and do the escort service shit. You know what I'm saying? And I used to, my favorite spot was the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. And I was sitting there and have my little drink and shit and catch my motherfucking good ass tricks and shit. And so I would make my money. It closed at 12 midnight. So I was on my way home, back, forth and forth, listening to my Aaliyah song and all this shit. And all of a sudden, I was on, you know, they had that big island on Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And I was driving just happy and shit. And I seen Kenny in his Benz, his big body Benz. And me and him looked and we made eye contact. And I could see his mouth and I see him bit his tongue like, I'm about to get you, bitch. And I was like, ah! And I lost it, you guys. And I just went on a high-speed chase with him. My wife-in-law told on me. Because, like, how you...
Oh, and now the wife-in-law got the little text, and they be texting the pimp at the same time while you in the car. Like, I remember I was in the car with my wife-in-law, whatever, falling asleep and shit, or whatever. I get home. I don't know nothing about what's about to happen, but they know there's something about to happen.
Texting, told on
they not texting. They already been texting. Yeah. And then
every time I hear that record, I think about that high speed chase.
Okay, top tier 304 has a question. So are y'all still breaking on tricks? I'm not young as fuck, but I'm not old either. I don't see myself forever just walking the blade or walking the carpet, but I'm going to be forever breaking on a trick.
So, yeah, that's good. Like, so if you went out and seen you and he thought you was fine and he offered you some money, are you going to take it or are you going to be like, I'm a lady? I'm a lady. And then
we still get our money.
Yeah, are you going to do that? Are you going to fuck for free? Are you going to fuck for some McDonald's, bitch? Or is you going to be like, give me that motherfucking hard motherfucking blue face? I want to see some blue faces.
It's like that Janet Jackson song. What have you done for me lately?
No, I motherfucking quiz about me. I'm real life homie. Like, give me the do-re-mi. It ain't gonna be no if, ands, or but. We ain't gonna play no guessing games, all that shit. No. That's what the fuck I ain't doing. And I ain't never did. Like, shit. I didn't went in the grocery store and they met eye-to-eye contact with a trick and be like, tricky, tricky, tricky. And have approached them and got me some money on my day off like Craig.
Don't trick eyes. You know, looking at you get
game. I done seen tricks on my day off and be like, let me go bust this trick real quick. Let me go bust this trick real quick. Yeah. It don't take but a minute.
Right.
It only take 5 minutes of funk, and this ain't no jump. So move that body off the tree stump, ladies.
So do y'all have any comments about what y'all think the difference in the pimps, the gang members, drug dealers, virtual pimps, and con men and rappers? Do y'all think that virtual pimps and rappers, do they got a position in this game?
Yeah, because, well, like, unless you was a pimp and then you became a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Because I can name a couple of, I don't like to be name dropping and shit like that. I know a couple of rappers that are pimps, like real life PIs till they DI. But they was a PI before they DI, before they became a rapper.
Yeah.
So that is
I know a few too. I know a few too that
what you talking about? They got their hoes to pay for their studio time and shit, and now they own and popping. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about a nigga that was a rapper and shit and then started getting that, you know, celebrity, you know, pussy, and bitches be like, I'll do anything for you. And then they hear and see other pimps or be around it, and then they become a pimp. That's like pouring hot water on a motherfucking nigga, like some instant oatmeal to me. But now I know motherfucking rappers that are some hard, like some real life PIs, some young pimping around this motherfucker that ain't playing. And then be off cross country.
Yeah, I know a couple of them too. I know a couple of them too. I know Ice-T. He used to be a pimp back in the day. Well,
Larry
you know, I'm not
June,
gonna be name dropping, but
Larry
it's
June. Shout out to Larry June in the Bay Area. The
Johnny
fuck? Primo Rice,
back
nigga.
in the day.
Primo Rice.
Yeah, we're not gonna be name dropping, but yeah, there's a lot of 16s that has turned into musicians.
Right, they're talented. They're talented.
Yeah, they have talent. They have talent.
Pimp C, Pimp motherfucking C, rest in heaven. What?
Yeah,
that's some real pimping, man. But they was pimping before they was rappers.
They program a little different.
No, they pimping. They was pimping before they was rappers. Really getting it out of a bitch pussy. Really getting it out of a motherfucking bitch pussy. Yeah.
304 Life Fun. Okay, so since y'all still in the game and you don't pay pimping, y'all renegades, right?
Somebody said Pimp C wasn't a pimp. Yes, he was. I'm not going to even get to that because I don't want to say, I don't even want to get into argument with people.
Right. We've already answered that question. Chili C 39563 said choose up.
Well, you know what? You need to block him. Boom, block. He needs to
block
go.
him.
Block. Block him.
Block.
That's a virtual. Now that's a virtual pimp. Now that was another thing on the subject. Gang.
They would never
rappers, about that. Virtual pimps. Like the bitch Honesty. How she ain't seen this nigga. Talking about give it 20,000 and fall at his knees.
But you see, she changed her mind though. You see, she changed her mind.
But let me finish telling the people what she said, y'all. I love y'all too. I love y'all. Because I smoke too much weed to be lying, y'all. All I could do is keep it 100. But anyway, the bitch said that she met a nigga on one of them motherfucking websites, on one of them lives, and the nigga DM'd her. You know what I'm saying? They be pimping at DMing motherfuckers and be getting at bitches and all that shit, and they meet up, and then the nigga be 4 feet tall. He looked real tall all on Instagram and all that shit. And then they go meet up with the nigga only 4 feet 1. Just going for the okie doke catfish. But the motherfucker got done.
So if you learned all the game, right, after fucking with all of these niggas like me, or whatever. So what a nigga got to offer besides dick?
I don't want no dick. Ain't that a bitch? I'm celibate. But guess what? I'll sell a bitch.
I'm supposed to be buying dick now.
We appreciate you guys all for coming on the show. Continue to like and share. If you guys have a drop for us, get us a drop where you're saying I'm a vet, and keep sharing, keep supporting us. Talk about the show to your friend.
And like our page. Like the Vets page. Like our page. What's wrong with that? Y'all be liking motherfuckers that y'all ain't even seen, that ain't even had a conversation with a motherfucker. We having conversations with y'all. Like our shit, man. Tell your mother, your mama, everybody.
And we're unapologetically raw about this.
No scripts. We learning our way, you guys. We just be going as we go, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And, at home, like, just giving y'all the real. Follow.
Also, you can catch me, Famous. I'm in the movie. The last film that I've done is Cuzzo movie in a bar scene. The Cuzzo movie is on now on all platforms, Apple TV, all the social platforms. And
don't forget I'm on StreamMate. Y'all want to see me doing something?
She's also on OnlyFans. Yeah, Cuzzo on.
Oh, young freak bitch.
You seen that? All right. Yeah. Yes, I was in there. I was the blonde in the bar. The blonde in the bar.
Jules, you a young freaky bitch. I ain't
freaky.
The movie is real good. Yeah.
So you on Jules?
Actually, I have another film coming out, The Rent Man with Larry Dog. The Rent Man, which is another comedy that should be released in the next couple of months. And I'm the bartender in there.
Hey,
in that movie.
Hey, friend.
I should have been a nudist because I like being naked.
Them big ass titties just be hanging down, yoking, knocking people out when you walk by them.
Tell them where to find you on OnlyFans.
Jewel at Jewel Vault.
At Jewel Vault.
You know, I'm gonna post it on.
Following Felicia.
She's gonna post it. She's gonna post it or DM her, and if you guys want the information on her OnlyFans, Jewel Vault's OnlyFans, she or go to her Twitter. Go to Jewel's Twitter, and the information is on there as well. Wife-in-laws.
Wife-in-laws. We're gonna talk about wife-in-laws because me and you are like yin and yang about wife-in-laws. I love wife-in-laws, and you really didn't care for yours.
I mean, I love my wife-in-laws as well.
I'm a wife-in-law. What are you talking about?
I mean, what it was when it came to wife-in-laws, which we really ain't gonna really get into it now, but I wasn't there to appease them. I was there for my pimp.
So was you jealous?
Of course not. Jealous of what? I was the bottom bitch. So why would I be jealous?
Like, did you get jealous?
We always had 5, 6, 10 wife-in-laws.
I know he stayed deep. Deep.
No. What it was like, he would put me in situations to do shit and they would hate me. I need you to do this. And I was going to do whatever he said. And then if they didn't like me, they didn't like me. Oh, well. It comes with the territory being a bottom bitch.
Bentley baller. Just saying, I love my wife-in-laws. The more the merry. Because I was like, this nigga got bills, $20,000 a month. The fuck? I need some motherfucking bitches because my jaws hurt. All the dick I'm sucking. Shit. Died. I'm buying extra tubes of goddamn KY jelly. Shit. The fuck?
So do you think Pimps? So you really think Pimps and Imposters, they have different programs? And just because you got a hoe and you send her to the track, that don't make you a pimp.
Well, what you say? What was that poem you said about Kenny? Kenny Red had a what? Program.
Wake up. So each one of them have programs.
And then scram. Often.
Every household,
all of
every
them had different programs. I think like Kenny, because like when Kenny, you know, remember we used to travel with Kenny. Well, this is before you got with Kenny. Kenny, right. That's when he had
the
Carla,
good, he had the dream team.
Right, and we was in DC, and it was him. I was with Double D. Tone Mac was over there. Johnny Dollar, Little D. Oh God, a bunch of guys. I can't remember all of them.
I was with Kurt back then. You know what I'm saying? I was over there in DC before I was with Kenny Red, you guys.
That was in the 80s.
We'll talk about that later. Because I was with Kurt at first. And then Kurt went to jail. And then that's when I got with Virgil. And then when Kurt got out of jail, I ran off from Virgil. He was a dope boy / mad. Did all kind of shit, y'all. We got to talk about that one day. And then, you know, then I got back with Kurt. So let's get this. Don't get it twisted. Virgil never knocked Kenny for me. I was with Virgil in my young years. You know what I'm saying? And it was only for like maybe, I think the nigga had a year in jail. The same day was the same day I chose Virgil. And then when the nigga got out of jail, about a week, 2 weeks before he was getting out of jail, I ran off from Virgil and got back with my ex-folks that, you know, let him rest in peace with the ancestors. Kurt Good out of Berkeley. You know what I'm saying?
So ain't no pimp ever been served for you about you?
Kenny served Kurt.
But you wasn't with Kurt, though.
I was with Kurt. I went back to Kurt. Okay. I was with Kurt. He went to jail, to federal penitentiary.
So he served him in jail.
No, he didn't even serve Kurt. You ain't even listening.
No, Kurt, you said that he served Kurt.
You ain't listening. You need to just slow down, bro. Okay, I was with Kurt. Kurt did some fuck shit. And the same day he turned himself in to the federal penitentiary for a whole year, I got with Virgil that same day. And then 2 weeks before Kurt got out of jail, I ran off from Virgil and went to Anaheim. And then Kurt came to Anaheim and got me. And Brad snatched me up, even though I wanted to be with him again. You know what I'm saying? Because I got away from Virgil. Okay, so then after that, I was with Kurt. Kurt got sick, y'all. So I was with Kurt for some years. Kurt got sick.
I remember that.
When Kurt got sick and shit, I was with Kurt. Then that's when I got with Kenny Red. Virgil ain't got nothing to do with this. I was with Kurt for years later after this incident happened. After that, when I got back with Kurt, he got out of prison. Me and him went cross country on a world tour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we was out of town. We was gone for years. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he got sick. Then we went back to California. And then I was like working in San Francisco and shit. And Kenny Red used to be seeing me. His bitches used to be like, this bitch out there. She be dancing, rapping, and she's a red bitch with blonde hair. And Kenny Red was like, get that bitch. And he got me. Yeah. So that's how that happened.
And so he served.
He served in this.
Kurt.
He was like, man, I hate to do this, man. He was like, man, I hate to do this, man, but I got the blonde head bitch. Yeah. And I was with Kenny.
But Kurt was sick then.
Yeah.
And he passed shortly after that, didn't he?
Yeah, about a year later. Not even a year. Like about now, I didn't kill him though. But but anyway, y'all, that got really like kind of somber.
Yeah. So Jewel, tell your experience and the difference with the guys that you've been with. What's the difference? What's the difference in their program, you think?
Kenny Red is on here. Where's that, Kenny?
Yeah, Kenny been on here.
Oh, okay.
Now what, Jewel?
See, y'all know I was on here, y'all. Wait a minute. I'm just keeping it 100 and funky. I just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying about that situation? Nobody ain't never served Kenny Red no news about me. Let's make that
okay. And here's the Kenny Red never being served for you. All right.
Never been served like the baby boy. But I did go get with the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. No, I didn't. I went to the Nation of Islam because I was just wanting to get away from the streets. And I was just tired of getting pimped on and cold chili blood. And I just wanted God. You know, you just want God, you guys. And I'm laughing to stop from crying. I'm not trying to be funny. But, you know, you just be like, I just need God. I need God right now. I need God right now. I remember Gangsta Brown and them was making fun of me and shit. Thought I, you know, because I changed my name to Majida. I was serious about it.
They say Kenny still got you in pocket. They say Kenny still got you in pocket.
Oh, I'm going to always stay in pocket. I've been in pocket because I always want to be like my brother's favorite bitch. Like, my brother be like, that punk ass bitch. Da, 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 da. I never want to be a punk ass bitch.
Yeah.
I used to always want to be like my other brother, Reggie Rose, bitch. Because she
so
was beautiful and she was always
you ended out the game gracefully.
I got out the game gracefully. Let me tell you, when God wants you to sit down, he pushed your pee. He know how to push your pee. He pushed the prostitute right on down. No more
Sure do.
Yeah.
So, Jewel, what was your experience? Go ahead, Jewel.
Go ahead, Jewel.
So I like pimping because it was more structural, and my pimp was like a, you know, like preacher kind of. You gonna get like, you come in from work or whatever, you might still be up because he lecturing to all the hoes at the same time for about 3 hours and stuff, and you better not fall asleep. But I haven't had another household like that after that. And then like my other pimp P or whatever, I was on automatic basically. So, you know, but I was still kind of missing the household with the hoes and stuff type of deal. I really did like the family.
Yeah, orientate. Yeah. Like the big mama, you know what I'm saying? Cook some food or whoever. Everybody take turns doing shit. Teamwork, make the dream work. And that does feel good. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you got a wife along on the whole show, sharing a room with you. Y'all eat both going in, coming out, and got the key up under the doormat. It's a you know, it feels good. It feels safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that better. And then like the other ones, it's really not really worth talking about it, but I had bad experiences.
Oh, she was like, tell me.
So, and what the difference between the pimp and the gangbanger and the, you know, what? So, which one would you prefer? I mean, what gave you a better experience?
Pimping.
What? Say it again.
Pimping.
I had my best experience with Max Slim, and we all know you had your best experience with who?
With Kenny Red. Kenny Red was fun. Kenny Red was fun. He had big parties. We'd be like, bitch, we going to motherfucking North Star, North, you know, like all the leather shit, all the good stores in San Francisco. You know, we had something to look forward to. You know, cross country, wherever he licked his finger, and the air was going. Is money this way? Is it money that way? We going. It went
like to travel. Pimping like to travel.
Yeah, we take the show on the road. We take the show on the road for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you start getting stale in the same tricks. Tricks love new faces. And you the motherfucking cross country queen. Now I've been cross country a few times, but you famous. You've been everywhere.
I know.
Places, like
I had my time. I had fun, man. And it seemed like once I start, you know, now that I'm older, that's the younger bras. They don't really respect me, you know, because they went, you know, they don't get it, you know, they don't really understand.
The whole
they don't really understand. I paved the way for them, you know. Maybe one day they'll understand, but I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Well, you know what? You know what I used to hear? When I first started hanging with you on the track, they're like, "Ah, man, you about to get some money. She hanging with famous." Shit, that girl used to get all the things.
And that's what it be. It's been always been known to get that motherfucking money, breaking it down, making that money to this day. You know, making that money. You know, and I think that's where the hatred and the jealousy come from, because I am an older 304 and I am a renegade. they don't really understand it, you know. But you keep pimping until, you know, learn everything that they can teach you, or everything that they can possibly teach you in the game. And then, I mean, I feel like you can do it on your own. And then, you know, for us, like somebody at our age, we're not going to be out every day, and we're not going to be down all day and all. And, you know, it's not built in us.
We got businesses.
Right. We got businesses to run. Shit. I got 3 businesses to run. You got 2. You got 2. And where are we going to have time for pimping?
Could I talk?
Yes.
I remember I had my escort service, and I was in Atlanta, and I had like 3 bitches in the car, and we was going to a party. We was probably going to one of the big beach parties. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I had the bitches in the car, and we rolled by some hoes on the whole show, and they was talking shit about some hoes on the whole show. Bitch, I must have pulled the car over. Check this out, bitch. I was like, I know you ain't talking about a bitch on the concrete, because she know how to get to the money. Bitch, you waiting on me to give you a motherfucking call, bitch. You wouldn't know what
the procure. You being the procure.
I'm the procure, whore, bitch. Don't you ever talk about a motherfucking bitch on the track. Man, I must have snapped on that bitch like a turtle. And then we went on about our business, but I had to put these, bitch, you motherfucking carpet walking whore. Bitch, don't you ever talk about a bitch on the concrete.
Remember, we used to catch the track. We used to catch the cab to the track. We used to catch cabs to the track from the hotel back in the day.
I mean,
used to live in the hotel, catching the cab to work.
Those hoes got it. The hoeing handed to them on a silver platter. Like, don't.
Yeah, they got it easy. No, they got it easy now.
Don't knock no
them
other
bitches
bitch.
Got it easy.
They got it so easy. Them bitches got GPS. Them hoes got phone. Bitch, I had a pager. Bitch, a beeper back in the day. But then on my way out the game, I did have phone. You know what I'm saying?
Home 101. Home 101. Hey, home 101.